Sprawdziłam miejsce na dysku, okazało się, że mam miejsce na jeszcze może z 2 nagrania. Więc pewnie jeszcze z jakieś pół godziny, góra 40 minut i będę musiała kończyć. Na dziś, chyba że zrobię już maniu, jednak jeszcze się będę nagrywać, to zależy. Od różnych zależności. Więc dowiedzieliśmy się, że możemy iść do jakiejś galerii sztuki. Zobaczmy, czy jeszcze... O! Mogę jeszcze z nim pogadać.
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded the respect. Not anymore.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Kurka. Dobrze, mi to mu
I
zabrałam.
grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink. Excuse me.
What?
Dobra. Czyli mogę z nim jeszcze pogadać.
Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Dobra, poczekamy. Chciałam jeszcze podjąć ostatni temat.
Excuse me.
What?
What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
The waiter said it's absinthe.
That fool wouldn't know Pernod from cat's piss.
Okej. Dobra, to już wszystko raczej.
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to say to him.
Aha.
It was black, even though I was sure I'd asked for cream. The coffee was very bitter and only lukewarm. There was also an unpleasant coagulated lump at the bottom of the cup.
Fuj.
That was undoubtedly the most disgusting cup of coffee I'd ever tasted in my life.
Dobra.
It was the flask of absinthe I'd borrowed from the gendarme.
Pożyczyłem! Jasne. Dobra, czy wychodzi na to, że tutaj już zrobiliśmy wszystko, co mogliśmy? I wiemy, że...
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
No właśnie chciałam powiedzieć, że teraz szczerze mówiąc wolałabym iść do galerii, tylko... To chyba będzie galeria.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
No, bywa. Pogadajmy sobie z turystami i tak chrupię sobie paluszki.
Hi, girls.
Jestem już głodna.
What's the
Okej.
joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Okay, fine.
Wszystko rozumiemy.
Are you Mr. Glee's, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
A mnie oszołamia twoje ironiczne poczucie humoru.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. Demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Okej, to rzuca nową do wyświetlonej jego osobowość.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Yes, very rapuche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
Noż, kurna!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
No właśnie. No kurczę, mogłam to pokazać jeszcze do tylu różnych osób, a ty po prostu to stłukłeś.
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
No tylko twoje zdanie.
I wasn't gonna waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Super.
I'd had enough of talking to that slob.
Kolejny facet z warkoczyskitkiem. Przypadek? Nie
I'd like to
sądzę.
ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These days one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
Jeśli dobrze pamiętam, wydaje mi się, że George jest z Kanady? Tak mi się wydaje, ale no oczywiście znowu wychodzi mój kompletny brak informacji na temat pierwszej części, ponieważ, tak jak mówiłam wcześniej, grałam w nią dość dawno. I mało razy. Jeśli jest jakaś gra, w którą grałam naprawdę wielokrotnie, to może być nawet duży odstęp czasu od danej gry, a i tak ją pamiętam.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it. Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well,
Okej.
you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Pewnie prędzej czy później i tak zdradzisz.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Turyści, którzy chcieli mnie zabić. Jasne.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, well, fascinating.
I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
No tak, bo nie mamy karty kredytowej.
Spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound.
Aha. Najchętniej wypowiedziałabym się na ten temat, znaczy na temat tego obrazu i zapewne obrazu obok. I co ogólnie sądzę o wszelkiej sztuce tego typu, ale że nie chcę nikogo... Nie chcę nikogo po prostu obrazić, bo mogłabym. Powstrzymam się od komentarza.
The glass stopped me from picking up the exhibits. The pots were protected by a glass case. I didn't think much of any of these artifacts. Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work. The pots were protected by a glass case. The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money.
Okej, nie wiem jakim cudem pozwolili mi tutaj wejść. Nie pozwolili.
Excuse me, sir. That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
No, peszek. Czy wychodzi na to, że oprócz tego, że on zbił moje naczynie, co mam nadzieję, że nie przełożyło się na to, że teraz już gra będzie nie do wygrania. I to, że trochę... W sumie to nic konkretnego się nie dowiedziałam. Czy może czegoś się dowiem? Wracając znowu tutaj, ale...
There was no one else I wanted to call. The photograph wasn't any use to me. I wasn't touching that spider goo. I'd drunk enough of that. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
Czyli chodzi na to, że przychodzenie tutaj było pozbawione celu.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. It was Ubier's bank statement. It was the flask of absinthe I'd borrowed from the gendarme. It looked like a house key. It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I sent it to the laundry. It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart. It was the letter to Nico from that creep Labano. Sickening. It was Nico's lipstick. It was the poisoned dart which had stunned Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively. I had a choice of destinations. The cafe at Montfaucon or the art gallery.
Nie no, teraz tak myślę o tym czytniku kart kredytowych, ale w sumie on nic mi nie da. Wiem, że mam wyciąg bankowy, ale... Szczerze tak trochę się czuję jak w tym... w martwym punkcie, bo wróciłam tutaj. W sumie nic nowego nie znalazłam. Galeria sztuki za bardzo mi nie pomogła, oprócz tego, że straciłam wazon. Czy wazę, nieważne.
Excuse me.
What?
I've been looking forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some professor.
I see. And you think she's having an affair with this professor?
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter. Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
First I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
Didn't you try to appeal against her dismissal?
There was no point. It was my word against that of the chief inspector. And he was a close friend of the director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Dobra, poczekamy chwilę. Może jeszcze coś się go zapytam, ale jak na razie... Jakoś mi to nie pomaga.
You need anything else?
There's something incubating in the bottom of my cup, garçon.
You asked for it. That's the cream.
But it's all in one lump.
No problem. I'll bring you a fork.
Forget it.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
What?
Which museum was it you were supposed to be patrolling?
The croon. It wasn't as if anything important was stolen. Just a rusty old tripod.
The tripod I'd returned a few weeks later. Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Nie, po prostu nadal chcę z nim rozmawiać, bo może w końcu dojdę do czegoś sensownego.
That was undoubtedly the most disgusting cup of coffee I'd ever tasted in my life. Excuse me.
What?
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
Dobra.
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe.
Dobra, widzę, że już trochę gram, to znowu przerwa i zobaczę, czy mam jeszcze miejsce na nagranie.